It's all done. Yeah, I see that. To answer that question, someone was asking because when I made a statement that from the very early 2000s, yeah, before I had children, up until 2010, not one drink, not a drop. And I didn't miss it one bit. And I still don't. So they wanted me to reiterate because in 2010, right, it's not like I started drinking again. It was a one time thing, yeah. The sick punk next door who had showed up, he had come up from the catalytic converter chop shop bullshit they were dealing with down south and up in Canada. Yeah, I mean, that's just another connection that should help you connect the fucking dots as to what we're saying is true and something needs to be done to get those children away from these sick fucks. But yeah, he had left a lot of vodka. He was putting it underneath the kitchen sink, and then he was bringing over homemade moonshine. Right, so when you understand our history, and we kind of knew what they were doing, and that was around the time Anthem College. Yeah, I know. Look at the money they make off of that. I still get the things like $20,000, $5,000 for what? Oh, take a look. When you take a look at it and what these administrations have been doing and how they profit from that, and the poor people and take advantage of giving them little handouts only to later on. I know. Well, it's like they don't know any better, right? Yeah, they went to public schools, duh. Right, so that's something that was being watched. Once again, we're just a big bait, and we have been since we were kids. And we understand that. And we understood that when we were 18 and put on the programs. And we're not doing anything but just living our lives. And they're the ones that are watching and reporting. And they see a lot of abuses and what these people have been doing. And it's very sad and scary to a lot of people. Right, and when you look at the history, and what went on there, right, so they just wanted me to reiterate that it's not like I started drinking again on a normal basis. It was right, and then fast forward 5 years, 2015, the summer of 2015. Oh, the summer of 2016, thank you. Fast forward 6 years, summer of 2016. Yeah, that was in Winthrop. Yeah, we were drinking some Mike's Hard Lemonade, right? Not too many. Right, so I mean, we're not drinkers. I know a lot of people like to make it out as though we're alcoholics or something, and that's why our kids are retarded. We never drank any alcohol at all during any of our pregnancies. And when we got pregnant for our first child in 2003, we had been being prescribed narcotic pain medication. And it was a small dose, even. Was it? I think it was 4 or 5 milligram pills a day, if I remember correctly. It was a long time ago, 2003, when I got pregnant for my first child. We had been working for Smokies. They got shut down. Yeah, I remember that's where we were working actually when I found out I was pregnant. I know. It was so funny too, because when I came back from the appointment, the dad of the child was working at Smokies too, and he was working a ride, and a little kid had peed on the ride. It was one of those car rides. And he's literally holding up this little kid with pee dripping from it when I was walking up. I was looking around for him. I wanted to go tell him the good news. And when I saw that, I was like, I'm going to wait till later to tell. One's on the way. It's funny. But yeah, I can remember telling the doctor, take me off of them completely, because I didn't want to take those when I was pregnant. So yeah, no alcohol, no. You know what's interesting too, and then they want to go and say like marijuana because we use marijuana, and what's interesting is when you look at my only child who is not autistic that I did not vaccinate in 2009. You can check the records. I've been on these programs pretty much my whole life. We had normal UAs and analysis. Oh, we were bringing in fake urine. No, the only time that ever happened was we brought in Mr. Garan, the sick fuck with our kids. We brought him his piss on purpose. I know. Why would he give us his piss? I know, he gave it to us. Why? because if you're getting prescribed Suboxone or methadone, right, it's in the contract. You can't be taking smoking marijuana, right? Back then. That was back then. Was it 2013 we signed an FBI contract for the Suboxone? Yeah, people really should fucking take a look at what's going on around here. Many already have, and they see the predicament, and just like us, they could do just about as much as we can. Even less. Yeah, because if they speak out about it, I mean, they'll probably lose their job or get beat up or killed. And as you can see, that's what the fuck's been happening. It's not just about the vaccines. They're demonetizing us. We can't speak the truth. Come to Rumble. You're not speaking it over there either, dickwads. Bunch of nasty fucking cheese-curded dickwads. But yeah, someone in class just wanted me to reiterate on that and make it clear, because a lot of these sickos try to say our kids are autistic because we did drugs or alcohol, and that's very easily proven to not be true. But yeah, it was, I think it was 2014 or 2014? 2015? Yeah, we brought him his urine. I think it was 2014. Yeah, and that methadone clinic, because the methadone clinic was the same place that was prescribing the Suboxone. And then they pushed me off to another doctor so they could give me a higher dose, because you can't be prescribed those higher doses if it's for withdrawal. If it's for pain, they can up the dose more. Right, so that's why you have a lot of these people that are going around, crying. Right, and then when they know that someone can get it prescribed for pain, they become your best friend, right? It sells for quite a bit on the street, literally, like $400 a piece you can get in some places. Well, it depends on who you're selling to. Not everybody can afford that. I guess it's all on who you know, huh? Yeah, up here in Maine and stuff, we're pretty close to the coast. There's a lot of Ritzbos around here, so. No joke. Yeah, so it was actually a pretty big issue with that stuff and other people. I'm pretty sure that's... And one of my cousins was saying they were working on ways to inject it. Dear Lord. I don't know how people do that stuff. I've never used a needle and I never would. It's horrible. No, I don't get it. And as a teenager, because it was around so much, I can remember snorting heroin and stuff. Yeah, and into my early 20s, just a little bit, and stuff other people, just it being around. Might hit a crack pipe once in a while. Or yeah, working for the fundraising company, they smoked a lot of crack, so that was always around. The nice guys, yeah, that raised money for the firefighters, police, and special needs children. Bunch of fucking crackheads. That was East Coast Marketing out of Westbrook, Maine, run by Angelo and Galen. Yeah, so the other investigator will fill you in on all that. They're pretty up to date on all that stuff. They've been with us for a while. You're welcome. They just wanted us to come back in and kind of reiterate on some of that stuff. Yeah, we got nothing to hide. We'll talk to anybody, answer any questions. We're trying to get help for these kids that are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. And as you can see, they do everything they can to trip us up and get us locked away or killed. I know it's our own fault, right? We're the ones doing it. It's like, these people are crazy. They're fucking insane, and they always have been. In 2017, when we were trying to get our daughter to a doctor, they called the ghost hunters. And that's all documented. You can look back at that. It's pretty sick. Yeah, no, the proper authorities need to get our children away from these sick, fucking nasty people. Abuser's name is Michael Scott Garand. Him and his sick fucking mother. And they did try to kill me, and when you look back at what happened, it's lucky I got use of that arm back. For me, lucky for me, yeah. Well, I mean, it can be the luck of a draw or chip off the old block. I mean, I don't know if one's better than the other. It's like asking someone, do you want me to put salt or lemon in your eye? Oh, gee, let me think. It's... What's that? You'd pick the lemon? Yeah, I probably picked the lemon too. Son of a bitch. What's that? If you had $1 for every time I said son of a bitch, you'd probably have about $5,000, probably. If I knew you got $1,000 every time I said son of a bitch, I'd say it a lot. Yeah, that we had a streak there where someone was getting $300 every time I said motherfucker. So all day it was just like motherfucker, these motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers. I know. I was like, you want to send some of that my way? I know you can't, because then there's connections and ties that we don't want to have, and we don't want you to have those ties. And I know, trust me, some people over the years, they try to, and we're just like, you have to shit on them. And then they're like, why did they do that? I know, and then maybe they are a bad person. Just go. Just fucking go. Don't do us any favors. We're fucking crazy, dude. Help the kids. How many years have we been saying that? Yeah. You even whiff in the direction of you believe any of the things we talk about with the vaccines or overprescribing of SSRIs. They flip the fuck out, and the claws will go in. They did it to Robert De Niro. Look what they did to Norm Macdonald. Bob Saget. Oh, he did it to himself, right? But no, there is actually some... a lot of maniacal stuff with those people that went on within the networks and the drug traffickers. Matthew Perry, the ketamine queen. Right, I mean, it's not their fault these people have drug problems, right? Yeah, so we've been dealing with those nasty fucking pieces of shit for years within these networks. Some of the same ones connected to Meathead's son, who fucking lost it and sliced him up. Fucking Meathead from All in the Family got murdered and sliced up, him and his wife, by his son. Connected to these same fucking activist networks, and you know how heavily connected they're connected to those networks. Sally Struthers, South Park. Right, so when you start to understand these things, and then nobody, like, you start talking, and then all of a sudden people don't want to listen to anyone because they hear their name or their business or their show. They're going to give us a bad name. We're going to be on the list. Are you on the Epstein list? Well, it could be good or bad. I mean, obviously, some went to jail, some got killed, and others are making a lot of money off playing victim. Right. Fucking sick, dude. Anyways, much love, health, and peace to you all. The years this has gone on is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Hunter Biden laptop, Hunter Biden laptop. Mm-hmm. We're all gonna laugh at you. Pizzagate, Pizzagate, Pizzagate. Yeah, it gets fucking old. So my name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. I have 4 children here. Yeah, this is where we live. We've lived here since 2006 when our home got burnt in a fire. I'm pretty sure that was not accidental. They wrote it up as rats chewing through the wires, but I'm pretty sure some savages threw a fireball through the back wall. You can probably check that. I'm pretty sure some other investigators thought the same thing, and I remember them questioning my dad about it, and he got pissed. We left it alone, you know? Noted, sir. Noted. Yeah, when they've already had problems with these people for years with the drug trafficking and child molesters, you think they're gonna fucking push ants over trying to pry about some fucking drug retaliation? Right, and when you look at that, we were also at that time, we had just been diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease. And that they were arguing about that. People were flipping the fuck out. You had these Lyme specialists with stuff up on their walls like this is an epidemic. Other people saying they're charlatans, don't listen.